jars in 2015.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
I feel like they
Yeah.
really went up in sales, like as people tried to be a little bit more like, you know,
What?
better to the environment. That they started getting mason jars to be able to hold on to preservatives better than other things.
Yeah, 100%. It looks like there are some super expensive mason jars, but hey, we do have a winner may be able to buy one of those super crazy mason jars. Tom R. over at McHugh's Grill and Bar taking away $292 on that minor jackpot. Nice job to you winning it in 58 balls at the same time. That's really good.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. Yeah, there's very expensive mason jars, over $1,000, $2,499. One sold for on eBay.
That's crazy.
eBay not too long ago.
Yeah, I was trying to look at it to see if it would show what it was, but it was like a broken link and it wouldn't lead it to
Yeah,
anywhere.
it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to find it very easily.
I kind of wanted to see what
I
cool
know.
mason jars.
What is an expensive mason jar?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Yeah, there's like a seat warmer on it.
Yeah, mason jars make an appearance in the Guinness World Record book as the world's largest mason jar mosaic contains over 2,000 jars.
I mean, that's fun.
That's really, really cool. And it says balls because that's the most popular
brand,
mason jar brand. It was like a portrait of a mason jar.
Cool. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Happy National Mason Jar Day. We are now going to get into this next one, and you could definitely put this into a mason jar and, you know, add a spoon, and you got a nice dessert. National Moose Day. On November 30th, National Moose Day serves up a delicious treat that can be savory or sweet. Now, when I think of it, I obviously think directly of chocolate mousse, which is the sweet kind. But I didn't realize that it was more just a term for the texture and the foam like texture of the food, and it can be savory as like it could be there's some really interesting savory mousse flavors.
Yeah, I think there was like an avocado one we were looking at.
Yes.
A lot of it is like actually like mincing the meat to a fine enough texture.
Yes.
Where it's like that foam like mousse, like with chicken and stuff like that. I think chicken liver it was really popular with. But yeah, it's some pretty interesting stuff. Let's take a look at some other ones though that we were looking at.
Yeah, because I want to see some more of these savory kinds of
cold savory mousse. Interesting. Cilantro avocado. That's a really popular one. I think we've seen a couple.
You got a lemon mousse. I mean, that's sweet. That's
that's not sweet.
That's not savory.
Just lemon with salt, so it's like tart and savory.
Yeah, it looks like avocado mousse seems to be the most popular.
That makes sense because
version.
it would be easy with avocado.
Oh, for sure, because avocado can get so creamy and can get to that texture type. Especially you mix it in with the eggs and you make it really fluffy. I mean, that seems super tasty. That would be probably a really good tasting avocado to make some avocado mousse.
Yeah, 100%. There was a dill salmon one too, so it sounds like it's probably easy to do with salmon.
Oh, that's really, really cool.
Well, 100%. So yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, what makes it a mousse is by folding beaten egg whites or whipped cream into a cold milk and sugar base. Unlike pudding, mousse is not cooked, and the addition of air to the mixture leads to a fluffier consistency and lighter texture. Mousse is typically served chilled or frozen.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, that definitely is interesting, as I would I didn't realize that it wasn't like made at all. Like it was just kind of, just you keep on stirring it a bunch like that, then it creates that.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's pretty cool. I feel like I really would like to try lemon mousse, but I've never tried lemon mousse.
Oh,
before.
lemon mousse would be so good.
Yeah, I agree.
Get it so that I can get it and put a spoonful on like a muffin or something, like a poppy seed muffin.
That'd be cool.
So tasty.
100%. Oh man, that just makes me miss the cranberry orange muffins from McDonald's.
Oh, I never had the cranberry orange muffins from McDonald's.
They were crazy, man.
Were they really tasty?
They were really good. Yeah.
Ah, dang. Well, you got to try all those funny little McDonald's things that came and went.
Yep. Well, cranberry orange was around for a while, and then they went away after the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah, and then they kind of just got rid of everything once the pandemic hit.
Yeah, they
and,
started really changing up their menu a lot after the pandemic, and I'm not happy with it.
No, it kind of sucks now.
I miss the old menu. I miss the 2013 menu.
2013, that was crazy.
That was a really good menu.
I agree. Like 2013
through 2015.
Yeah,
was a really good menu.
That was a prime time. I agree.
A really good menu.
It
Maybe
was
that's
actually
because
fun.
it was early high school for me,
True.
and that's just like prime time for eating McDonald's.
Yeah.
But that was when I loved the menu.
Oh no, when they had the 2 for $2.50 snack wraps, that was prime. That was
So
like
good.
2016.
So good. We do have Guy for Guy over at the Twisted Sister at Pub 21, taking home $100.20 in this game of Game Day Bingo. We're now getting enrolled into this next one with that minor prize. Click it up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be some great stuff as you guys are getting enrolled into a game number 9 of Game Day Bingo.
Awesome stuff. But of course, up next on the National Day list, we got Stay Home Because You're Well Day. This one says we all need time alone. It is essential to disconnect from our daily routines. Sometimes a checklist of things we need to do calls to us. Others have no idea what we do left to our own devices.
Yeah, I love staying home, just being able to relax. I like doing it at least if I can get at least one day, like once a month.
Yeah.
And that I can just spend the entire day just like in my apartment, like being able to clean, being able to, just stay there like the entire day. And like I don't have to go grocery shopping or anything like that on the day. I can cook everything in home. I don't have to, I can stay on the couch, watch whatever show I want to watch, get little tasks done, and just enjoy myself. It is such a, needed day. And like, I'll feel myself getting drained. And then once I have that day, it just boosts my energy so much for the following next few weeks.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Ooh, I agree.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about what our favorite things to do on a day like that is.
Yeah.
Probably like my favorite thing is just to, clean up my apartment and have it be fully clean.
Yeah.
Because, there's no better feeling than being able to relax in a clean space.
Yes. No, I agree with
I
that.
can actually, that's when I fully can relax. I can't fully relax in a non-clean space. And once it's clean, I can, I'll just absolutely lean back and just enjoy myself. It's so nice in a clean space. So that's probably the most thing. But then once I get that done, I'm trying to think. I like to play a little bit of video games.
Yeah.
Maybe watch a show or two.
True.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what my favorite thing to do is on a day like that.
The perfect thing would be if there were like multiple like new episodes of like a show or something.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yes.
then, like I was catching up on the show.
No, there's usually I have one day a week where I get off of work a little earlier than I normally do, and I get to go home and I get to just chill in my apartment. And if it's clean, and I get to just like throw on, because usually there's like 3 episodes of like different shows that I'm watching that just came out like over the last few days, and then I get to watch them on. It's Tuesdays. I get to enjoy Tuesdays. Yesterday was my day to do that, and I got to just sit down and watch my 3 episodes that I hadn't watched yet, and that's always a really good time for me. That's like my favorite, to be able to brand new episodes ready to go.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's always a nice time when you're able to just have like some time to do what you really want to do without like feeling bad about it.
Oh yeah, my favorite time of when I was just like watching shows was when I was in the middle of watching Lost and Breaking Bad. That was a
Oh.
really good time for me watching shows.
Yeah.
As Lost was my favorite show until Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so it was
like,
just back to back.
It was like Lost was so good to me, and then Lost at the very end of like its series run like really fell off for me. And then but Breaking Bad, like it started off a little slow for me, and then got really good by the end. And it was really fun because I just it best watching show experience I've had as a young adult.
Yeah, 100%. I can definitely see that. I think mine was probably when I was watching like Game of Thrones as it was coming out, and I think I was watching Breaking Bad around that same time.
Aw,
so like it was
so
both
good.
like pretty good shows. Because I kind of binged Breaking Bad because it was all kind of out at that point.
Yes.
but I was like kind of catching up with Game of Thrones as it was coming out.
Yes.
But
Did you watch any Walking Dead during that time as well?
Oh yeah. I watched Walking Dead like consistently when it came out to like season 4.
Oh, okay.
Or like season
because I know
3
that was
maybe.
Prime TV for a lot of
It
people.
was season 1 was Prime.
Yeah, everyone
season
really,
1
really
and
liked
2.
it. I never got it. It became almost too daunting for me at some point where I was
Yeah.
just like, I don't know if I would love to watch through this whole entire series.
There's some pretty slow points, to be honest.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, any long-running show like that, it's hard to just keep my interest for that long.
Especially when it's like 50 minutes an episode.
Yes,
You know what I
we
mean?
do have Dummy over at the Whistle Stop taking home $18.70 on this one. Good job, Dummy, as we'll be getting enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo with that minor prize clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. A game number 10 of a Game Day Bingo. But final little national day, Computer Security Day.
Yeah.
Computer Security Day on November 30th reminds us to protect our computers every day. Computers become faster and more advanced. Protecting the resources, tools, and information on them protects the people who use them too.
Yeah, no, this is a super important day. I know we were saying that the U.S. is kind of behind on it, and it's just like super important to celebrate people that get into computer security because it's a pretty important job that we need to fill in right now.
Oh, for sure, it's a huge one.
Especially I know there's a lot of kind of work in like cybersecurity with like bank systems and stuff
my
like that.
gosh.
Just make it way more safe to bank.
That is so disappointing.
That is disappointing.
This is an actual fact that these people put out here, that 85% of people posting puppy photos are trying to scam you.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is so sad.
That is pretty.
As a
insane.
person, I'm actually trying to. I'm looking at getting an animal or something
Yeah.
like that, and
It's like, what? Like, am I trying to scam people because I like to post my puppy?
yeah.
Well, this next one is actually pretty true, and I actually talked about it when I was in a cybersecurity class. That human error accounts for 95% of all data breaches. Which is like true. Yeah, like
Really?
most of the time it's from like a human mistake that like causes security breaches.
Oh, so it's like pressing, clicking the link on the email that,
Or just having a
let
stupid
someone get a log.
password, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like things like that, or leaving your computer open, or like, you know what I mean? Like accepting emails, like when you're on like a business system, like
Yes.
when your email is like connected to the system,
Yes.
then you open like scam emails and let
Yes.
a virus on your computer and then into the system.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's most of the time a human mistake.
95%
Yeah.
are human error. That's crazy. Every 39 seconds, there is a cyber attack.
Yep.
43% of cyber attacks target small businesses.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because
Wow.
it's just like there was this time when the teacher I had at the time, he said like he was able to connect to like small businesses like network
Yes.
from his apartment across the
Uh-huh.
street and was able to use like their internet from across the street.
Yeah.
And he like ended up going over there and letting them know and like kind of fixing the issue for them.
Yes.
And it's like they're so vulnerable because like most of the time
Oh, for
nobody
sure.
knows how they're setting up their network.
No, they don't know how to do it. So
No.
that's so interesting how it's difficult for some people.
Yeah.
Not 75% of all cyber attacks start with an email.
Yeah, and then that's the email thing I was saying.
Yeah, just don't click on the email.
No, just don't click. And it's funny because there's so many it's just insane, and they're always so obvious about it too.
Yeah, it really is. It really
Yeah.
is. It's
click this link.
It's funny because it's the whole entire Michael Scott, him obviously falling for the scam, but it's like him being like, I'm sending money over to the Prince of Arabia or
Yeah, it's
something
I'm
like
helping
that.
him out, and he's gonna make me a millionaire.
And he's gonna make me a millionaire. It's like, why would the Prince of Arabia need your help?
Exactly. Come on, Michael.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel like most of those emails are.
Yeah.
No, and then other ones are just trying to make you panic. They're like, oh, you have 98 days to pay this sum, and you're like, what? I don't have that.
Like, aw. It was my favorite whenever I got the calls when I was in high school and didn't have a car. I would get
Car
random,
insurance
car
and
insurance calls and emails, and I'm like, I don't even.
Your warranty is out of date.
Yeah, it's like I have never even been associated skated with a car before.
Uh-huh.
So like,
Liar.
Yeah, like come on, guys, like get better. Be better.
It's so funny. I love it when it's actually a person and not just like the automated calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always the best.
No, because like I would always answer and mess with them because I thought it was so funny.
Exactly.
'Cause I had so much free time as a high school student, so I was just able
I know.
to like,
I'd
talk
actually
to
now
them.
I get annoyed and I'm like I don't want to talk to this person. Like,
Exactly.
Go away. But like I used to want to have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and then another human error. Around 95% of cloud security failures are predicted to be the customer's fault.
Really?
Yeah.
That totally makes sense.
No, it does. It's almost always just the person is at fault, like just for allowing access into their account or something.
44 files are stolen every second.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. We
Wow.
do have G-Man over at Old Piper Inn in Lakeville taking home that $20.10 Must Go prize in this game of Game Day Bingo. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 11 of Game Day Bingo with that minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. So hopefully you guys are getting enrolled as that prize is definitely winnable at 58 balls or less.
Yeah, 100%. But of course, email is the primary entry point of 94% of malware attacks.
Yeah.
So be careful what you click on.
Exactly. That's kind of the point of all cybersecurity is basically just be careful what you click on.
That's right.
And you'll be able to avoid pretty much 95% of all cyber attacks.
Exactly. Just don't click on the ads, don't click on the pop-ups, and don't click on the crazy emails that's asking you about your house insurance because it's not real.
Exactly. No, I tell you what, the ones are the ones that will get you, the pop-ups that will get you are the ones that have the, close out of it. Like tab that gets you to click on the pop-up and sends you to the that's the one time where it's gotten me before where I've been like, okay, close out, and I click the close out and I realized
inside the window.
I was inside the window and so I clicked on the actual ad and not the close out.
Those are the smart ones.
Yes.
Yeah, no, those are the smart. Like I'll have to hand it to them because like those are the ones that will actually get
like
people.
I'll click on it. I'm like, oh, it's sending me to a different site.
Yeah.
Close out of it quickly before it gives me anything.
Yeah.
Like that's what ends up happening. It's so crazy.
It's hilarious just thinking that there's people just sitting there using their time to think about like, how am I gonna trick people today? It's just like their little malicious like oh my god, little thief brains.
Yeah. It's it's income for them, I guess.
Well, it's even funny because like most of the malware is just like it doesn't even give them money.
No,
you're just like causing problems for people most of the time.
It's just inconveniences that they're causing.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they work for Best Buy.
Seriously, they're just working with the Geek Squad is out there. It's
just putting out like all these different things so that you have to bring your laptop to Best Buy.
Exactly.
To
the
have
Geek
it
Squad
get
is
fixed.
just the source of all cybercrime everywhere.
Exactly. That's
I wouldn't be surprised. They're pretty smart.
my new theory.
True.
Well, we need to get into a little bit of Twins news as you guys are getting enrolled into this next game. 58 balls or less to take on this minor prize. That major prize did just click up from 49 to 50 balls or less, $2,079 available there. And the mega prize sitting at $10,778. You can take home in 46 balls or less. But in a letter Monday, Jim Pollett informed Minnesota Twins team employees that he will be stepping down from day-to-day operations of the team. Joe Pollett, his nephew, will be taking over those responsibilities effective immediately in the role of executive chair. So, where does this leave the Twins? Joe Pollett has been involved with the Twins since 2007, most recently as executive vice president. He was involved with the rollout of the new Twins branding, logo, and uniforms, including introducing the changes to the media and fans, at the Mall of America earlier this month. Has often been involved in several of the Polletts and Twins' more aggressive initiatives, such as at Go Media, which includes acquiring 2 radio stations, and BringMeTheNews.com. Joe Pollett has been more visible as a fan of the team than Jim Pollett, who was viewed as a generally hands-off guy. What this means for the direction of the team, it's anybody's guess. In his letter, Jim Pollett said he will remain involved as the control owner, which suggests at a high level talking budget and stuff like that. He's still he'll still be involved. However, Joe Poled's track record with the Twins suggests he is more likely to focus on growth than status quo, perhaps aggressively.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I feel like
saying Poled that many times is just so wearing.
Exactly. No, it is
Joe
a lot
and
of
Jim,
Poleds.
and I don't know if I feel like I'm like, wait, was it Jim or Joe that I just talked about?
Is it Poled or Pollard?
Pollard? What is it? But we do have Lang over at Outtakes taking home that $114.33 minor jackpot.
Nice.
Great job, Lang in this game number 11 of Game Day Bingo. We're now getting rolled into a game number 12 with that Musco of $24. It's still going to be available and only growing as more people get enrolled, so should be a pretty good amount.
Yeah, 100%. But of course, this is probably good news for the Twins.
Yeah, I think probably going a little bit younger. He seems to be a little bit more involved with everything.
A little bit more
Twins.
interested.
I like the rollout of the new Twins branding logo and uniforms.
Yeah.
I thought that went well. Did you like the new branding and uniforms and everything like that?
No, I thought they looked good.
Yeah, I thought I saw some people dislike them a lot.
Really?
I was a huge fan of all of them.
Yeah, I thought they all looked really
Yeah, what was your
solid.
favorite of the new jerseys that got put out there?
I probably like I really like the Twin Cities one.
The
to be
Twin
honest.
Cities ones with
Yeah.
the cream like eggshell white.
Yeah, no,
I thought
those
that
are
one.
my favorite.
I thought that was really cool. My favorite, just since you said the Twin Cities ones, as the Twin Cities is probably my favorite. I'll go with the pinstripe
Yeah, no, the
Twins
pinstripe's
uniform, classics. Just
Well, I think what people were hating on is it was the M logo that people didn't like.
the M logo.
Yeah, because it's a new
Oh,
logo.
Yes, I did see people not liking the new M logo.
And then that's what I was seeing the most of. But honestly, personally, like I don't mind it, to be honest. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. The only thing I don't like about it is the Mariners are very much known.
For having an M logo, isn't it more like cursive-y though?
Yes, it is more cursive-y and M anymore.
Interesting. Is it a different team you think that might just do the M? Because it looks like they do an S for Seattle. Yeah, let's see. ML.
Maybe it's the Florida Marlins.
Oh yeah, they could do it. Oh yeah, the Marlins.
Yes, it's the Marlins that I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
the-
They're
the-
known
yeah, the
for
M.
having the giant
Yeah.
M on there,
Yep.
so it feels weird to see an M on another jersey.
True.
We do have just
Yeah.
35 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. I talked about double Musco available on this one, so it should be some pretty fun stuff as the Musco, can win at any ball count and should be a really nice prize.
Oh, the Mets too.
Yeah, the Mets got a large
Yeah.
M. I feel like there's already enough big M's in the MLB.
True.
The Mets are also, they just have an iconic, like M.
Yeah, like stylized M
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, no, even the Brewers I think at one time had an M for Milwaukee.
Yeah, so it's it's tough to say that
Yeah, it is different enough though.
too
Like, I will
saturated
give it to them.
of a branding market.
Yeah.
That's my only issue with it. I think it looks good, but I think it's just too saturated of a branding market.
If they should have just gone with like trying to find a way to make like M and St. P. You know what I mean? Like into a logo. They should have done Minneapolis St. Paul as a logo.
Yeah, they somehow tried to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Tried to do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would have been cool because like the whole Twin Cities thing is very unique too.
I feel like that's like
Twins.
it's so cool to have the Twin Cities as your main thing.
But that's why I really liked the Twin Cities uniform though. So I think they did find a way to get that in
yeah,
there
I think the
at
Twin
least.
City uniform is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I always like the TC hat uniform jersey design. I think that looks so clean.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. But of course, as you guys know, we do have a great partnership with the Minnesota Twins, and you can play the E-Type game we teamed up with them for, Twins Win, today wherever Pilot games are played. So definitely check it out and let us know what you think.
Yeah, only place you can find those Minnesota Twins themed ETAB games.
That's right.
Only place. But we do have those lunchtime bingo, which we play a little bit of Twins bingo sometimes during the year, during 12 to 1. Other times we play Vikings bingo. Now we're switching to a little bit of game day bingo during that 12 to 1 time. But whenever you're playing 12 to 1, you're earning points towards our lunchtime bingo standings called the Twiking Zone. We may have to change that with game day bingo getting added to it.
No, that will need to be changed.
It changes the name to this. So we'll start brainstorming. Well, maybe I'll send a message into PilotTV, see what they think about it.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe at this point, since it's now all going to be game day bingo, it should just be lunch hour, happy hour.
Yeah, it should probably be the lunch hour.
But I guess we can find a fun name for lunch hour and happy hour.
We want a better name than that. I feel like we need better names than that.
So that will be like the stock name, but then we'll have actual like fun names for each.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can find like a fun name, like the fun twist on lunch.
Ooh, definitely. Yeah. We do have Man for Man over at the Main Street Bar, taking home that $50.60 must-go prize. Good job, Man for Man, in this game number 12 of Game Day Bingo. Now we're about to get enrolled into a game number 13 of Game Day Bingo. Should be some great stuff as you guys are getting enrolled.
Yeah, that's right. But, of course, we do have those Twiking standings to get into, and we got those players to get into right off the bat, and I'll start them off. Starting it off itself is 10th place Red over in American Legion Fridley with 113,000 points. In 9th place, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 122,000 points. In 8th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 142,000 points. In 7th place, we got Tez over at Poppers with 148,000 points. In 6th place, it is Kirby over at VFW Blaine with 164,000 points. In 5th place, it's Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 223,000 points, looking pretty good in the top 5. In 4th place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 236,000 points. In 3rd place, getting into the top 3, it's Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 264,000 points. In 2nd place, it's Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 295,000 points. And in a league of their own in 1st place, it's Mikey Wins over in Steve-O's with 386,000 points.
Yeah, good job to all those players doing some really good stuff during these lunchtime bingo games. But onto the locations that those players are supporting. And in 10th place, we got Lakefront Bar in La Center with 170,000 points. With 184,000 points in 8th place. Moving up from 9th into an 8th place tie, we got Steve-O's and Crystal, who tied it up with Halfley's Bar in Richmond. Obviously, both of them 184,000 points. 209,000 points, though, for the 7th place location, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 6th place is our place on 3rd and Faribault with 318,000 points. With 348,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. Now on to the 400,000 point club, and in 4th place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 457,000 points. With 490,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. And in 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 586,000 points. Leading the charge out of all these locations, though, they've won it last season, and they're looking to win it again this season. It's VFW Spring Lake Park with 693,000 points.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to the top 10 locations and players in those standings. You guys are all doing some pretty great stuff. But of course, if you guys feel like taking a quick break from all those bingo games, we have over 70 different charitable ETAB games that you guys can get into here at Pilot Games. And of course, right now we're listening to Honky Tonk Heroes. It's a pretty good one. You can check it out. It's themed in a rural Texas bar in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's actually kind of like bright colors considering it is for a rural Texas bar.
Yeah, it does. I like it a lot.
It's fun. It's really cool.
It's definitely got a certain era to it, and I don't know. I can't necessarily put my finger down
it's like
on what era.
Like 70s. like somehow, but like it's just like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Because they have like neon signs and stuff in there.
Yeah. So let us know what you think of Honky Tonk Heroes. It's a super fun E-Tab game where you could take home a lot of great prizes.
100%. Definitely check it out. Let us know what you think.
You got a nice wheel bonus on it, I think it is. Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, 100%. Check it out and try and get in on that bonus and try and get some big prizes because you can play any of those 70 different charitable E-Tab games anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All of those games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 and awesome bonus and free play rounds on top of that, just like that wheel bonus in Honky Tonk Heroes.
Good. Definitely some awesome stuff there. I think, speaking of the wheel bonus, I just makes me think of Blazing Wheels, and I never talk about Blazing Wheels. It's one of my favorite games. It's got a really cool design. Yeah. It's got that Blazing Wheel bonus, and it's super fun stuff. So if you're looking for a different fun E-Tab game, check out Blazing Wheels. That will be my other suggested one for tonight. We do have 57 balls dropped, though, in this game as we move past all of our jackpots and trying to give out a $24.60 must-go prize. Bunch of players, 4 balls away, and we should be giving out in the next few balls.
That's right, but of course, we do have a little bit of not yet. No music history for you guys yet. We do have 2 winners, though. We got The Dude over at JJ's Bowl and Lounge, and then we got Tipa over at Latin Kitchen El Tequila taking away and splitting up the must-go prize of $24. Nice job to both of you.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. On to a little bit of music history on today, though, as this first one is a pretty cool one.
Yeah, 100%. It's in 1982, Michael Jackson releases Thriller, which becomes by far the best-selling album worldwide.
Yeah, definitely a really cool one to come out on today. Thriller, one of the super iconic albums for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, no, it was really crazy. I mean, it had a lot of hits on it. It was a really good album, very, very commercially successful, and one of his most iconic.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I think it's just looking at the song.
Yeah, this is a song. I want the album.
That's right. There you go. Yep.
The studio album. Yeah, you got so many big-time hits on this one. Wanna Be Starting Something, Baby Be Mine, The Girl Is Mine, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, and The Lady in My Life.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have a slew of hits with Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Pretty Young Thing. I mean, those were just all classics.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and Wanna Be Starting Something is another huge one that's maybe not on the level of Beat It, Billie Jean, and PYT, but is, I mean, granted, right up there, too, with other big-time hits.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, I mean, hey, really, really good album, a huge one. Happy birthday to Thriller.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff. Next up on music history in 1997, the X-Files episode, The Postmodern Prometheus, includes a Cher storyline and culminates in the main characters attending her concert, actually. Cher couldn't appear in the episode, so they used a lookalike. But 3 of her songs were featured: The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore, Walkin' in Memphis, and Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
Pretty cool stuff. X-Files is really fun.
Yeah, and X-Files is cool. Cher's cool. 2 of them together seems like a pretty cool duo. Definitely some awesome stuff there. Jordy's a huge Cher fan.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you are, but I see you as a big X-Files guy.
Oh yeah, no, I love X-Files.
Who's
I
the
used
star
to watch
of X-Files?
David Duchovny.
Yes,
Gillian
that's
Anderson.
who it is.
It's Mulder and Scully.
Yes, they do. They do a really, really good job in that series.
And they even brought it back for like a little
did they?
Like resurgent at like few episodes. Yeah.
Robert Patrick is a pretty good actor as well.
Yeah, no, he's fun.
Yeah, he plays John Duggett.
Yeah. No, I think he was like big detective or something, like the dude like in charge, like one of the dude in charge of the detectives.
Yeah, and I obviously remember him from the Terminator series.
Yeah.
He did a really good job in those.
Yeah,
but X-Files, so fun. And
X-Files is a really fun series. I mean, it's just like really cool sci-fi.
Yeah, it went till 2018. I didn't realize that it went so long.
It didn't.
It didn't air for that long.
No,
it just came. It kind of like
the most recent one that came out was 2018.
Was 2018? Okay.
Because it was like a resurgent like season. I think it's season.
Okay, let's see what Season 10 came out in 2016.
Yeah, so that was the resurgence. There's a few seasons that came out really recently.
Oh, okay. So there was multiple resurgence. 2001 was the final one in season 9, and then it came back for a final 2 seasons in 2016, 2018.
And I don't really know too much about those seasons because I have not actually seen any of those.
Oh, but you really love the originals.
Yes,
that's awesome stuff. Well, this one was part of the originals in 1997 X-Files episode, including Cher's great hits, The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine and Walking in Memphis, as well as another one. We do have 50 balls dropped in this game, though, as we're trying to give out this prize. We got Bryzo and a few other big-time players 4 balls away. We'll see as we're moving past this jackpot. Let's see if we move past it. Yep, moving on to a $30.50 must-go prize. But tonight is a PGL night, and so if you guys are going to be playing some PGL game action, make sure you're signed up with PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points on those special nights, as well as getting access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it.
Yeah, 100%. But hey, we do have a winner. It is Tipa over at Latin Kitchen El Tequila, taking away $30.50. Nice job to you, Tipa. That is a great win to take away.
Yeah, as we are now getting rolled into a game number 15 of Game Day Bingo. Already game number 15, and we got to highlight some players, though, that just got signed up at PGL.world, as hopefully they'll be earning some PGL points tonight to try and get into those top 10s.
Very, very true. Starting it off for those new PGL players, we got Davey, then we got Digger, SA Jump, Rosebud, Dirty Curd, the 2220, Dog with 2 G's, Butch, Lissa F79, Brad 6, Thick Smoke, and Mike M.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. I'm trying to think, is there a main character that's named Davey?
Probably Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. No, I feel like it's some like I feel like Gilmore Girls, like the main character's girl is like named
like Davy or something. Davy Crockett he's kind of like a main character.
Rory. I don't know why. Yeah, I
Rory.
Definitely. That was what I was getting mixed up with, Rory and Davy. I don't know why that mixed me up, but yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Well, we do just have one.
Just go into like American folklore. Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett. I'm like, no. I'm trying to think of like some like very like current
One Tree
show,
Hill,
like
or
something really like not well acted but very popular show.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to think of.
Oh my God, my girlfriend and I watched One Tree Hill, the first episode, and then we just skipped to the last episode.
Oh, really?
And it was so funny. And we didn't even know, but the main character got kicked out of the show in like season 5.
Really?
Like halfway through the show, yeah.
Oh.
And it was like because of like something like he didn't want to he wanted to get paid more, but they wouldn't pay him anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
And so they just
they just kind of booted him out.
And they just kept the show going.
Yeah, for like 4 more seasons.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A lot of people stopped watching, though, I think.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Because he was, I don't know if you watched actually any Gilmore Girls, but he was like one of the main dudes in that show.
No, I've watched maybe 2 episodes of Gilmore Girls just because Jordy had it on.
Yeah.
And I was in the living room too, but I probably was on my phone more than I was actually watching the show. So, I don't remember it at all.
That's super funny.
We are about to be enrolled in this next game. 58 balls or less to take home this minor jackpot of $155. But if you guys want to take some PGL points home this weekend, you guys can go over to the e-tip boards on our Player Connect app. Choose those 5 squares for the Vikings versus Jets Sunday, December 4th, and points are awarded for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter. Play for free in the Player Connect app. And earn PGL points for Season 12 if you win. All you got to do is launch the app and select Sports Link.
Awesome stuff. But, of course, we do have some PGL standings to get into. We have some pretty good ones, starting off with those players. Because starting it in 10th place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 970,000 points. In 9th place, it's Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 983,000 points. Both of those players are very close to getting in the 1 million point club. But already in that club in 8th place is Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 1,066,000 points. In 7th place, we got Panda over at Roadside with 1,123,000 points. In 6th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 1,136,000 points. In 5th place, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 1,147,000 points. In 4th place, it's Devoided over at Roadside with 1,204,000 points. In 3rd place, dropping from 2nd, it's Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill, taking away 1,241,000 points. In 2nd place, getting into 2nd from 3rd place, it's Chapster over at Moe's with 1,239,000 points. But in 1st place, and sticking it out in 1st, is Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,687,000 points. Looking pretty good. Good job to everybody in the top 10 of the player standings of the PGL points.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff, especially as you guys were earning those points just last night. And we got some locations that earned a bunch of points, but we do have a winner in this game right here. It is a minor jackpot, $154, going out to Gary over at the 10 high. Good job, Gary, in this game number 15. We are now going to be getting enrolled into a game number 16 where we are going to be taking a little break, but we'll be back in just one game to talk about the location side of the PGL standings. There it is, 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts. Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later.
Smells like money.
Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that.
Smells like a big one.
Five times multiplier.
Hey guys, and we're here for a little bit more of this game day bingo. We got a nice minor prize, 54 balls or less to take home. Let's see, $88. Should be some awesome stuff there. We got that 50 ball or less major prize, $2,273, and a mega prize of $10,972 you could take home in 46 balls or less. If we miss out on all those jackpots, we do have a must-go prize of $38. But I think when we left off, I was going to get into the location side of the PGL standings. And in 10th place, moving from unranked just last week to 10th place, we got the Miltona Liquor Store with 2,814,000 points. With 2,962,000 points in 9th place, we got Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. 8th place, getting bumped back from 7th, we got the Mabel Liquor Store with 3,065,000 points. With 3,104,000 points in 7th place, moving up from 8th, we got VFW Austin. 6th place is LJ's in Miltona with 3,177,000 points. With 3,818,000 points in 5th place, we got Cabin Bar in Nicolette. 4th place is VFW Northfield with 3,957,000 points. Now we get into the 4 million point club. 3rd place, Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake with 4,025,000 points. With 4,193,000 points in 2nd place, we got Poppers in Virginia. And in 1st place, we got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud in the 5 million point club with 5,490,000 points. Good job to all of our locations and players killing it on those PGL nights. Obviously, tonight is a wild Wednesday, so from 7 all the way till 9 o'clock, we're going to be bringing to you guys a bunch of that PGL game action, as well as talking about our Minnesota Wild, who are now 10-9-2.
That's right, looking pretty good. A lot better than we were at the beginning of the season. season at least.
Yes.
We're fourth in the AL Central, which is or not AL Central, but in the Central Division, and we're doing pretty decent, I'd say. But of course, we do have a winner. Before we go further, it's Broke Man over at American Legion Shakopee, taking home $38. A good job to you, Broke Man.
Yeah, in this game number 17 of Game Day Bingo, we are now going to get enrolled into a game number 18 of Game Day Bingo. I think it is. Yes, game number 18 of Game Day Bingo is what we're getting into. Ball minor jackpot moving up from 54 to 56 balls or less. But Marcus Foligno actually explained a little bit of why he erupted on the refs just a few days ago.
That's right.
And that was just due to the fact that he felt like it wasn't his fault, that the refs had it out to get him. He said, I felt a little bit disrespected there. I don't know how you give a guy an extra 2 minutes for something like that, as O'Brien skated right towards him, obviously trying to escalate something into a fight during the game. And he said there was, Foligno then said, there's nothing really there. Just give each guy 5 minutes and move on. Sometimes these refs try to be bigger than the game. Yes, it really didn't feel like it was right for Foligno to get as many penalty points as he wanted. Yeah. But he did, with the way he conducted himself, got an extra 10 minutes on top of all that action. And so he got 17 minutes of penalty minutes due to the reason he thought the refs had it out for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So not exactly what we wanted to see out of our Wild. We want to see a little bit more intelligent play than that. But still, I do get the frustration, especially when you're so passionate about the sport.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Will and I were kind of talking about how, like, it seems like the integrity of reffing in the professional level has kind of deteriorated a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are really it's going down. Well, I think all reffing is going down. Actually, it's a dying profession.
That's a good point.
It's a dying profession, as lots of you look at just the age of refs when you go down to the high school level, the refs in the college level. You don't see a lot of young refs anymore. So, and there used to be a lot more of them out there trying to get out there, become big refs, be a part of the game and everything like that. And you just don't see it like you used to.
True.
I still think at the NFL level, at NFL, I see a lot of young refs.
I think
and
NFL
stuff like
has
that.
good refs,
and I think they got a lot of heat probably about like 5 years ago about their reffing, and have really tried to up their reffing and what they do with it, and it seems like it works a lot better. And they're one of the best to integrate the replay system and everything like that. But it's also one of the sports that's easiest to use the replay system.
Like reffing is the rules are the most black and white in the NFL. To be honest,
it's a lot easier to be able to know, especially with replaying and stuff like that, because there's a 30-second gap between each play.
Yeah, exactly.
So like you can always there's the last 2 minutes of every NFL game, they review every single play that happens. And so there's never a bad call or anything like that. It's pretty good. But in the NHL and constant play sports, you definitely get a little bit more of that, where you're like, I don't know if that ref is right, kind of thing, because you don't get a chance to stop and review
especially in the MLB
every
as
call
well.
that's happening.
The MLB, I think, honestly, might be the worst.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's been. Will and I were talking a little bit about it, and it's like their averages of being correct a certain percentage of the time are at an all-time low.
Really? For strikes and balls?
Yeah, for the amount of strikes that they call correctly. Because I think the league
I don't understand why the strike and ball system isn't just automated at this point.
I know. They literally do automate it on the broadcast. It's I think that they should be able to consult that after the fact.
That feels like an automated kind of thing, because there's an exact strike zone.
Yes.
It's not like there's it's a made up, zone. It's just you guess where the zone's at kind of thing.
Yeah.
There is a strike zone for every person that steps up onto the base that is, officially marked out by the rule book of what the strike zone is. You can just automate that strike zone for every single person on every single pitch and remove the umpire for that
From-
call.
yeah, from that
and then you
call.
get perfect calls throughout
Yeah.
the entire game. You never have to worry about a single call.
No, and the players can't complain.
Yeah, that doesn't. And it just doesn't make sense because you can do that. Why not make it?
Well, see, the thing with baseball is that they're so behind on those kinds of things. Like they refuse to change about.
Like
it,
they
you know what I
hate,
mean?
they would hate to. I feel like there's probably a bunch of people that if they're even paying attention to what I'm saying, they're like, why would you remove the umpire?
Like it's not even baseball anymore.
Like, is that really baseball? Yes, it is still baseball.
It is baseball.
Baseball's about the players. It's not about the refs.
That's right.
We got RK22 over at Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar, Burnsville, taking home a $41.40 must-go prize in this game. Good job to our winner, as we are now going to get enrolled into this next one with that minor prize, clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. $180 available on that game right there.
Awesome stuff. But yeah, it's just one of those things. We were talking about the impact of reffing across all the different sports, and especially the crazy stat of Scott Foster against Chris Paul in the NBA. You know how he's the 14-0 against him now, I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is
insane.
It
was a 14 straight playoff games that Chris Paul has lost against when Chris Foster is reffing.
Yes. Yeah. I don't
Or Rick Foster every
the one sport that doesn't make sense to me, because baseball makes sense, hockey makes sense, soccer makes sense to have, lines that they go in between, that it's like, you're making judgment calls in the swift flow of the game, and you can't really slow down the flow of the game, and so you got to make those calls like as it happens. But baseball doesn't make sense to me because it doesn't have a swift flow.
No.
It stops every few seconds.
It does.
And so
there's plenty of time.
There's plenty of time to be able to get all this stuff done.
Yeah, no, I agree, and especially considering that they're speeding up certain things now. It's like I feel like it just almost gives more time to be able to replay these.
Yeah, you could probably automate all reffing in baseball. You probably could use not a ref at all in
They probably
baseball.
could have just a full computer scan of the whole stadium, and they could probably find out where the balls are going at the same time.
Ball strike, whatever it is.
Yeah, like if it's a foul or
foul
not.
ball. I think they could have it down to complete accuracy in baseball. I feel like it wouldn't be hard to be able to do that, technologically wise.
No, I agree.
And you just got to be able to accept that, technology it can ref.
Yeah, exactly. Because it is one of those things.
And it would speed up the game too, because it would be more accurate calls all the time.
It's at the very least the strike zone should be. You know what I mean?
For sure, the strike zone should be.
That's just one of those things where it's just I feel like it's almost a given.
Even if you want to keep a guy there to be told to yell strike or ball, that's awesome.
Okay.
That's awesome, because that's part of the fun of the game is
I get that.
the umpire being strike or ball.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun of it. So I guess you could still have a person there. But
Yeah.
you could have it all be automated. They can give their own eye exam too, but they should all come down to an automated thing. It's interesting. I didn't realize baseball wasn't very accurate, because I feel like it should be,
Yeah, well,
uber
there's
accurate.
even certain umpires that are super inaccurate, like Angel Hernandez. The league average is 95% correct calls, which is, that's professional baseball. 95%, if anything, is a little low. But whatchamacallit, Angel Hernandez hit a league low of 86% correct calls.
Wow.
And that's bad for professional sports.
That ruins the sport.
Yeah, no, it'd be there were certain games that he actually changed the flow of.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the other team won because of his certain calls that he had.
No, it is kind of crazy. I love and this is a ref. He explained it to me, because he said that he didn't like reffing high school boys basketball.
Okay.
Because and he preferred reffing high school girls basketball, and that was because they called high school girls basketball stricter than how they called high school boys basketball.
Okay.
And just with all the touch fouls, they let go with a little bit more contact and everything like that in boys basketball than they do in girls basketball, especially at the high school level. And he said he hated it, because he said they're the same sport. Contact is contact.
Yeah.
It should be called the exact same. That isn't not a foul just because he can handle the contact better than she can. That's contact. And so he hated calling ref. He never ref boys' games because he had to call what was actual fouls.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And apparently he could only do that in the women's basketball game. And so it just shows a little bit of what the reffing world is like.
Well, because it sucks with the NBA because it's kind of not a contact sport, but for entertainment purposes, they want it to be somewhat of a contact sport.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And you can't have it not be a contact sport either, too.
Yeah.
Like it's tough. We do have Why Me?
Nice.
Why Me over at American Legion St. Michael. I don't know why I couldn't read that. It's just Why Me. Taking home $62 on that must-go prize. Good job, Why Me, on this game of Game Day Bingo. We're now getting enrolled into a game number 20, it looks like. Yeah, of Game Day Bingo. 60 balls or less to take home this minor jackpot.
Sweet.
But if you guys want to send a little bit of luck to our Wild, who are playing tomorrow night against the Orioles at 7 p.m., you guys can play the great ETAB game, Let's Go Wild, at wherever you are playing a little bit of bingo action, Pilot Games-wise.
Awesome stuff.
We do have a little fishing report to check in with, as well as this was done on November 21st over at the Duluth area, Lake Superior, St. Louis River, and Inland Lakes. And on November 21st, fishing guide Jared Houston stated that the ice continues to form, but safe ice for foot travel has not yet developed anywhere in the area.
Okay, cool. Well,
I've seen, though,
starting to get there.
in other areas of Minnesota, it has developed, where ice fishing can happen.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen a few videos of people cutting out their little holes in the ice, and it's really, really cool stuff. So it's definitely awesome to see that all progressing. It's progressing way faster than I thought it would over there in Minnesota, and you guys should be we should be getting some reports about the ice fishing season really, really soon.
Yeah, 100%. So that will be fun to get into. Hopefully you guys are having fun, beginning your ice fishing adventures for the season. So really cool stuff. Definitely always remember to send in some player pictures, though, as you are fishing at the same time. Hopefully maybe you can, I don't know if it's lawful to smuggle a Pilot Games iPad to your fishing shanty, but that would be fun.
No, don't do that. Don't listen to John.
we can track it. It's funny because there's some iPads that have been smuggled.
Yes.
and it's funny because we can just see where they are.
Yes, exactly.
So it's like, oh, they took it over to Mankato.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
It is quite funny to see the I've
traveling around.
It would be funny because I've never actually seen it be currently taking.
No. Yeah, we've only seen like ones that were taken a while ago.
Yeah, where they ended up or something like that, like a picture of somebody else's what they saw.
It'd be funny to see it traveling down the
highway. But I would love it, to get an update, be like, hey, someone stole an iPad. Look at this, and then just watching it travel away.
It's like we're watching the police chase on police chase for an iPad
on our little iPad network. That's hilarious. We do have 5 balls dropped on this game, though, as we're trying to give out this minor prize, $311 you can take home in 60 balls or less. But you're talking about jackpots, and we want to see player pictures of those jackpots, holding up that great jackpot message.
That's right.
Or it can just be you having a good time playing Pilot Games, maybe using one of our fishing report little tips and tricks. We'd love to get a player picture of you using one of that and your big catch you got with it. Maybe playing with your friend's favorite bartender, just having a good time. You could share those pictures by posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, direct messaging us on Facebook, or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com.
And 100% definitely send in those player pictures. But, of course, we actually do have an event coming up where you could show up yourself because Pilot Games is partnering with Vikings or with the Minnesota Vikings and K-Fan as well. We're all teaming up for Toys for Tots. You can join us on December 13th at Edina Prairie. It is going to be a great event. I mean, Toys for Tots, you can't really go wrong with something like that.
No.
So it's going to be a lot of fun with the Vikings and with K-Fan there as well as us.
Yeah, it's going to be a really, really good time, and I can't wait to see all the great stuff that's going to be happening there. Speaking of great stuff happening, our Vikings are 9-2 on the season, and for the 4th time this season, a Vikings player has been named NFC Player of the Week. For this this performance in Week 12 against the New England Patriots, kick return ace Kenny Nwangwu has been named NFC Special Teams Player of the Week.
Awesome.
Nwangwu, who has been a sleeping giant all season, being just inches away from a couple of long returns, well, he finally got it on Sunday, bursting out a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to tie the game at 23. As mentioned above, Nwangwu became the 4th player to win a Player of the Week award, joining Justin Jefferson, Zadarius Smith, and Greg Joseph, and having a fantastic season to go along with it.
Sweet. That's really awesome stuff to hear. But, hey, we do have a winner, and it is Rabbit over at Pub 69, taking away $311 on that minor jackpot. Nice job to you, Rabbit. But, hey, we still got some good news for you guys that did not win the jackpot. That must-go prize is looking really crazy for this next game, so be sure to get enrolled. We got a really nice prize looking good for the must-go.
Yeah, did you see what the must-go was at?
I think it was like $74.
Already over $70 available on that must-go, and is only going to get bigger. So I'd be expecting, this is a rough estimate, over $100 on the must-go prize in this game. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in the next 2 minutes. But, I was talking a little bit about Nwangwu's really good season he's having, and he's leads the league in average yards per return with 27.8 yards per return with over 24 returns. I mean, absolutely having a bunch of returns and doing some great stuff with it. He is also in line to make the Pro Bowl, being the 2nd in the vote currently.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking great. I mean, the fact that, like you said, he has so many returns and is making really good yardage on each one, it's awesome. I mean, he's such a great force to have on our special teams. And, we were talking about earlier, he might even make his way into our offense with the speed he has.
Yes, definitely. And I'm seeing one thing that really, really I'm excited for, and it's going to be the biggest test for Sauce Gardner this week. Seeing Gardner versus Justin Jefferson. If there was any cornerback that could give Justin Jefferson a lot of troubles, it's gonna be a guy like Sauce Gardner, who's long, quick, has a lot of the same skill sets that Justin Jefferson brings to the table.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they play against each other.
Yes,
and I really hope that they stick Sauce against him all night.
That's what I'm hoping for too. I'm hoping for a little bit, because no team has went up against Justin Jefferson yet with arrogant confidence, just sending their number 1 cornerback to try and lock him up all night.
But the Jets have been doing that.
And the Jets have been doing that with Sauce Gardner. Usually it's, take Justin Jefferson out by committee. But if they're just trying to go one-on-one with Sauce Gardner and Justin Jefferson, I think Justin Jefferson's going to have a show. He needs more than – I just think
when it's one-on-one with Justin Jefferson, he's like maybe the best.
He's at the point in the league. It's like you putting one-on-one versus Devontae Adams, you one-on-one versus Tyreek Hill, one-on-one versus any of the best wide receivers in the NFL. You just don't do it. And Justin Jefferson is at that level. And I think Sauce Gardner, if they do try to put him one-on-one consistently with Justin Jefferson, is going to be having a rough night. But if they do give him some nice double teams and everything like that, it is going to be, I think, could cause some issues for Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, 100%. And I actually see a little dark horse article down there. Do you think if Justin Jefferson continues to have the games he's been having, would he be a candidate for MVP?
I completely think so. I think that you can credit a lot more of these wins towards Justin Jefferson than you could last year towards Cooper Kupp's wins. Because that defense was so legit on that Rams team. And you also had Matt Stafford came over there. He's a really good quarterback. And I think last year's Matt Stafford has played better than this year's Kirk Cousins, even though I've loved how Kirk Cousins played.
I think like Kirk Cousins might have even played better last year, to be honest.
Yeah, he's very much, once he's used to the system, that's when he's at his best.
Yes.
And so I think this is a real case that Justin Jefferson could compete for the MVP candidate, as an MVP candidate. All he has to do is, lead the league actually in receiving yards.
Yeah. He's been doing that. I don't know if he's number 1 right now.
He's number 2 right now, behind Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, yeah. I mean, Tyreek Hill has just been getting those yards. You know what I mean? Like, he's just been continuing to just
yeah, Tyreek Hill gets a lot of yards, and the problem is Tyreek Hill does it on like 3 catches a game.
Yeah, no, 100%. But we do have balls rolling around on this game. We got that must go at $128. That minor jackpot is at $67 and 52 balls or less to win. That major is at 50 balls or less to win. Moving on to the next game, getting bigger and better, over $2,500. And the mega jackpot, same thing, over $11,000 on that one, but moving on to the next game, getting better.
Yeah, definitely a great must-go prize going out right here. P&J over at the Boulevard Bar and Grill, taking home $128.40. An awesome prize going out to P&J in this game number 21. We are now getting enrolled into our final 2 games of a game day bingo. This game number 22 is going to be some fun stuff, as that minor prize will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less in this one.
Okay, so
okay.
How likely is it that the Lions win the division?
Lions win the division? 0. One biggest thing is that we're about to lock up the division this week. All we got to do is win the game, and the Lions lose to the Jags, and we lock up the division. I don't expect that to happen, though. I think the Lions might beat the Jags.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a toss-up match to me. To be honest.
They're both really, really good, like dysfunctional teams.
Yeah,
you know, they're like both like teams that are like they have a lot of talent.
They have talent in the good positions.
Yes, like they're really good at some games, but like there's other games where they just look horrid. And so it's going to be interesting to see which team ends up being the better of the two in the Jaguars-Lions matchup.
I feel like either team is just ready to be blown out by the other one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't think it's going to be a close game.
I have a very strong feeling.
I don't know who's going to win, but I don't think it's going to be a close game.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to go either way. It's a really – I think it will be a funny game, to be honest.
Yeah.
But also, Travis Etienne might not even play, which is kind of a big deal for him.
That will be a huge deal, as that run game has been huge for the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I do think, though, we'll secure it up at the end of if not this week, we'll secure it up next week with with that we play the Lions, and then
and the thing is, the Lions are not going to win out the rest of the season. No. You know what I mean? Like I think they play enough weak teams to maybe be able to do so, but they play us, they play the Vikings. So it's pretty low likelihood, but it's funny that they actually have a chance now.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with all the NFC North. It's a really crazy time.
Yes.
But we could be the first team, right? The first team to seal up a playoff spot.
I think we would be the first team, yeah.
Yeah, if we end up getting the win this week and the Lions lose, I think we'll be the first team to seal up a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Because I think the Eagles conference is a little bit more competitive.
Yeah, with the Cowboys, Washington, and the Giants as well.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that is a pretty good division this year, to be honest.
So I think it's a pretty tough one to seal up as like it's secured. And Taylor Heineke keeps on forgetting that he's supposed to lose, and so they keep on staying in the division somehow.
Exactly. They're like perfectly mid this year. It's so funny.
I love Taylor Heineke. He just never knows that he's like supposed to be bad at playing quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, dude, like we don't want you to be good.
Yeah, but he just continues to be actually pretty decent.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, send a little bit of luck to our Vikings who are taking on the Jets at 12 p.m. On Sunday. You guys can shoot some luck to them by playing the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus to see if you can win some big prizes in that great game. But we are in this game number 22 of Game Day Bingo with that minor prize, 54 balls or less, to take home $128. We'll see if we can do it in this one as we hop into some celebrities born on today.
Awesome stuff. Starting it off, we got in 1667, Jonathan Swift, an Irish author and satirist, known for Gulliver's Travels and A Modest Proposal.
I definitely know of Gulliver's Travels, the Jack Black movie. I watched that one.
Well, I think, yeah. No, that's the same thing,
Is that Gulliver's Travels?
Oh, no, that might be, like Gulliver's Island or something.
Yeah, I might be thinking of something different.
Because I think we talked about this one time.
I think I got this messed up one time before as well, and so I don't want to do it again. That's why I'm like making sure.
Here, I'll look at the same time to see if we get
Yes, it is. It is Gulliver's Travels.
Okay, we did get it mixed up one time though.
Yes.
And what was it with? It was with something. It was with an island or something.
I don't remember what we got it mixed up with.
What was it, like Sullivan's Island?
It was
called something
weird like that. But next up, born in 1835, we got Mark Twain, an American author. Did Huckleberry, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and a bunch of other big works.
Yeah, I mean, he's just one of the most iconic authors ever. So, yep, happy birthday to Mark Twain. Really, really cool. But, of course, up next on the celebrity birthday list in 1929, we got Joan Gans Cooney, founder of the Children's Television Workshop, also known as Sesame Street.
That's awesome. We got Scott over at Eagles Mankato taking home a minor jackpot in this game.
Wow.
$128 in this game. Good job, Scott. And that means we're going to have a great Musco for our final game of Game Day Bingo.
It's kind of perfect.
As $48 was available on that Musco. We didn't give it out, so it is grown and rolling into this next game. Should be a pretty nice Musco in this final game of Game Day Bingo before you get into a little Lucky 4 bingo action. But should be some really awesome stuff. To continue on, though, with some celebrity birthdays. Born in 1931, one of the biggest football names of all time, Bill Walsh, American Pro Football Hall of Fame coach for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, very iconic. And he's known for...
how many rings did he get?
He popularized the West Coast offense.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard West Coast offense before, pretty much that's what everyone does now is a version of the West Coast offense.
Okay.
And so he's known more for his coaching philosophy that got spread down
than for winning. Maybe.
But I mean, he is known for winning as well as
regular season he's 92-59. This is 60% win percentage.
Yeah, he won I think 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
yes.
It looks like it.
And was Coach of the Year in 1981.
Sweet.
And was NFC Coach of the Year 2 different times.
Cool.
Yeah, but he's very much known for his like coaching tree that
I think he won 4 Super Bowls.
Yes, that would make more sense since Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so, yeah. But Bill Walsh is
he's influenced a lot of different coaches.
Yes, he is basically, from his coaching tree, has created like hundreds of NFL coaches.
Almost every influential coach you can think of.
Yes,
kind of thing.
yes. It's Bill Walsh and Bob Parcells. And Bill Parcells, that's what I mean. And Bill Belichick is like part of the Bill Parcells system, as Andy Reid is part of the
Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh.
I gotcha.
That style of coaching tree.
Nice. That's really funny. So, hey, happy birthday to Bill Walsh. I mean, very influential NFL mind. So, really cool stuff. But up next, in 1944, Diane Parkinson was born. Her original name was Diana Lynn Batts, but she was an American model, known for being in The Price is Right and for being Miss USA in 1965. And that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, definitely awesome stuff there. She is iconically the showgirl on The Price is Right. Always showing off, the prices of everything.
Yeah, super cool stuff. Happy birthday to Diane Parkinson. It's really cool.
Yeah, definitely awesome stuff. Who was the super iconic one from
Wheel of Fortune?
Wheel of Fortune.
I always forget her name, but
is it Diana Ross?
Because I forget both of their names, the host's name and her name. But she was so awesome. Because I don't know. She was just always really funny at the end of every show. Like, she was always saying random things. It was really funny.
What was it, Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune.
Okay, we're gonna find that out before we move on too fast.
Let's take a look. The cast. Pat Sajak is the dude.
Vanna White.
Okay.
That's who it is.
Cool.
Next up, though, born in 1950, we got Paul Westphal, American Basketball Hall of Fame guard, NBA champion in 1974, NBA All-Star in 1977 through 1981, Boston Celtics, Phoenix Suns, and then coach for the Phoenix Suns and Seattle Sonics, as well as the Sacramento Kings.
Awesome stuff. Happy birthday to Paul Westphal. This is really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But up next, in 1955, we got Kevin Conroy, an American actor known for Tour of Duty and for voicing Batman in the animated series.
Yeah, the iconic Batman animated series is the Tour for Duty Batman series.
Oh, okay, Tour of Duty Batman. I gotcha.
Yes, he is very iconic for his voice acting, and I think he does other stuff as well.
Super cool.
Yeah, but definitely.
Yeah, no, it's like he was like almost every single Batman. That's crazy.
Yes, he's like he is the voice of Batman for so many.
I think Tour of
kids.
Duty is a drama series.
Oh, is that a different? Okay, then I was wrong. I thought it was the same thing, but
oh, he was like an actual dude in it.
Live action. That's really cool.
Interesting.
Happy birthday, Kevin Conroy.
I don't think I've ever even heard of that.
Next up, born in 1962, we got Bo Jackson, American College Hall of Fame running back, was a Heisman Trophy winner in 1985, went to Auburn, was a Pro Bowler in 1990 for the LA Raiders, and was a baseball outfielder for the MLB All-Star, was an MLB All-Star in 1989, and played for the Kansas City Royals.
That's insane. Yeah, Bo Jackson
also holds the record for fastest 40 time.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like it's one of those things where it's like, well, before we get into it though, we do have Nikki over at Jack and Jim's fully taking away the must-go of $95. Nice job to you, Nikki. That is a great win to take away on the last game of Game Day Bingo. We do have one more game of Lucky 4 Bingo to get into though, so be sure to get enrolled into it and try and get a chance at over $48,000 because that is a good chunk of change right there. But Bo Jackson, it was a
4.13.
Yes.
That the NFL won't recognize as official 40-yard dash because it wasn't laser time.
That's right.
And it's basically too fast to be true.
Yeah.
Basically, kind of thing.
It's crazy. It is insane.
Yeah, there was one scout that had him at a 4.12.
Wow.
That was the fastest that a scout had, and it looked like the slowest had him at a 4.16.
So, I mean, it was anywhere in that time.
Yeah,
right?
he was flying. I mean, one of the freakiest athletes of all time.
Yes.
And he was huge while doing it. He was like 235 pounds.
Well, I mean,
running that 40 time.
Yeah, the dude was gigantic. I think didn't he weigh a little bit more than that? And the dude had no fat on him either. Like
Yeah.
he was just absolutely like ripped.
No, he was an absolute unit. He was 6'1", 230 pounds.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's pretty
huge
crazy.
human
He is,
being.
The dude had huge legs.
Yeah,
you know, because like when he was playing baseball, you could tell. I feel like even more so.
Yes.
Because and there was this one time he jumped off the wall, like just by running up.
Well, that's why he got that season-ending injury. Like most other people, like his career wouldn't
That's
have
right, we
ended
talked
because of
about
the injury. It was because the amount of force that was created from his legs pushing off the ground. That when someone lashed onto his leg, it he basically ripped his leg to a point where the normal human being couldn't physically do that to their own leg.
Yeah.
And that's why he did, it was just craziness.
That is crazy, man.
But to continue on with our celebrity birthdays, happy birthday, Bo Jackson. Huge celebrity birthday. Born in 1972, we got Christopher Beck, a Canadian pianist, conductor, and television and film score producer. He's done huge works like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Hangover, Frozen, as well as Ant-Man.
That's all pretty big movies.
Some huge features.
Frozen and Buffy the Vampire Slayer both have pretty iconic soundtracks.
Oh,
and
for
stuff,
sure.
So
And then The
cool.
Hangover and Ant-Man were well done
Just huge.
soundtracks as well.
Yeah, just huge movies. So really, really cool stuff. Happy birthday to Christophe Beck. But up next, we got 1985. Chrissy Teigen was born. She's an American model, married to John Legend, so it's kind of a big celebrity couple.
Yeah.
1985, same year, was Kaylee Cuoco. She's an American actress. She was the girl in the Big Bang Theory, and that was a pretty fun show.
The one that doesn't host Jeopardy now.
That's right. That's right. The ex-Jeopardy host.
Did she host Jeopardy ever?
I think she was a celebrity host at one point.
Because there's the one the other girl that was Sheldon's girlfriend throughout the majority of it is now the main host of
really?
Jeopardy. She's like a genius, actually, in real life is a genius.
Oh, that's cool.
And
Okay.
now hosts Jeopardy.
Interesting. I think I don't know if Kaylee Cuoco was a guest host then, because you just said that and it kind of popped into my mind that that sounded right. But yeah. I don't
Final
know.
celebrity birthday though to move to finish up with
keep it
this.
jumping.
1990s, Magnus Carlsen, Norwegian chess grandmaster, one of John's favorite celebrities born on today.
That's right. No, he's a pretty funny dude.
I feel like you keep me up with all Magnus news.
Yeah, no, because it was just such a weird situation.
Yeah,
and he's usually such a quiet, not in the spotlight dude at all. He's just another random dude, but he felt a need to speak on it, and it was such
because of a whole cheating scandal. Because he's been beaten 3 times in a row by the same dude.
Yeah, it was this weird thing where the dude beat him, but he wasn't able to explain how he beat him.
Yes,
and so it was
because
kind of a big deal, like because it was like
better than him. That's why.
That's right. He's just so
I
much.
he's so
good.
I just like to believe that Magnus Carlsen just can't comprehend that someone is actually better than him.
Yeah, exactly.
We do have Uncle Bob, Katie, and Rachel all splitting up that Musco prize in this game of Lucky 4 Bingo. Enjoy a little bit of Skull Bingo for the next hour. I'll be back with Will to play a little Wild Wednesday action. But remember, while you guys are playing Skull Bingo, that 7 over at the River City Extreme took home $56,000 this weekend, and over at the River City Extreme, they supported the community charities of Minnesota and Peters, and their mission is to provide benefits to youth, disabled people, and other charitable events.
That's right, and always remember, guys, whenever you play Pilot games, your community wins. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite. I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I got to say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later.
Smells like money.
Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that.
Smells like a big one.
Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite. I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later.
Smells like money.
Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that.
Smells like a big one.
Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite. I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later.
Smells like money.
Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that.
Smells like a big one.
Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Hey guys, and we're here for a little Wild Wednesday action where we're trying to give out some PGL points. We're about to get enrolled into this very, very first game, and it should be some awesome stuff as we got $960 of total prizes. And you guys just got 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game. But how has your Thursday been?
Oh,
I mean, Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, Wednesday. It's been going pretty good. Not nothing too crazy
Been
going
a pretty
on.
lazy Wednesday for you.
Pretty lazy
This is your first
Wednesday.
time being on air today.
Yeah, first one, so I'm feeling a little
Yeah, you got to enjoy a little bit of a longer lunch break today. What'd you get to do during that extended break?
Oh, let's see. During that extended break, I finished laundry that I hadn't done. It was just sitting on my floor, so I was like, fine, it's got to get done.
Finally folded
you
up
know,
a
when
little bit.
When you finally look at it, it's just like...
Oh yeah, and
it's the moment.
You could probably bring that up in another when we talk about some of these national days, as one of these national days very much ties into that. But we are going to be streaming this all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, and I'm having a pretty good Thursday, I'd have to say. I just been cruising through. I've been on all the broadcasts today on this great Wednesday, and we've been giving out some really nice prizes. We did not give out our Vikings Bingo prize, which today was the final day of Vikings Bingo, and so it'll be switching over to game day, but that means that we'll have a jackpot waiting for us when we play Vikings Bingo once again. 8 minutes, 40 seconds left in this game as Trace is in first place, and we got some locations that just got Pilot TVs that we need to highlight.
Oh yeah, those locations that just got them installed are Forster's Dugout, Quinny Sports Bar and Grill, Casey's Saloon, Clarissa Muni, Municipal Liquor Store Millerville, Nelson's Riverside Sports Bar, American Legion St. Peter, the Bar Le Sueur, Mac Green Mill Bar, Henderson Roadhouse, Nelson's Belle Plaine, as well as Johann Sports Bar too. Congratulations to all those locations getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. Wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on all these games that we got ahead of us on this Wild Wednesday.
Oh, definitely some awesome stuff there. Blah has now taken over that first place spot with 13,000 PGL points earned so far. We'll see how many they can earn as they finish up all those plays. And this should be a heavy point earning game for Blah, as they already have 13,000 points in that. Just about less than a quarter of their plays already done in this game. But just speaking of time off and everything like that, you've been enjoying playing the new video game that was just released about a month ago.
Yeah.
What's the official name of it?
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't play any of those shooting games, so I never know what the actual names are and stuff like that. But Modern Warfare, huge game, and now the second one has been out there, and a lot of people are big fans of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are playing it. There's obviously it's some people are going to be like disliking certain ways that the game plays.
But
and all
it's the newest big shooter, first person shooter game that's out right now.
It's going to get some flack for a while.
Yeah, it definitely is. I've seen some pretty funny clips on the internet of like proximity chats where you can hear the people around you, and that's been pretty funny. You just showed me a video of a guy that was just chilling on somebody's helicopter, and he was just laughing as the person like flies away, and he can't figure out where the laughing's coming from, and so he just keeps on like following him around, and then he ends up crashing his helicopter to try and get away from the laughing sound that's been following him, and it follows him into the gulag. That's what it's called. Yes, the gulag, and it absolutely cracked me up. I thought it was
absolutely just so upset.
Oh my gosh, the guy was so upset about it. Those have been some of my favorite clips on the internet lately. Have been those new things of Modern Warfare 2, well as VR.
VR Among Us.
Among Us.
Yep, Among Us.
Cracks me up.
Oh, because it's always like someone, it's like a grown adult, and I know it's like, this has got to be some form of like cyberbullying, but like he like goes online and he's just like, hey, run. Kids are just like, ah!
Yeah, the little kids are so scared as this guy's like running after him, like being like, ooga booga, ooga booga.
This video game.
Yeah.
They're just like,